Hi guys, and today I'm going to be talking about probably the most craziest game of football I have ever seen. Sunderland 4, Doncaster Rovers 1. So first I'm going to run through the team. There were 6 changes to the team that played. Um, Shrewsbury lost 2-1. So it was Labour's came back and goal for Remy Matthews, Conor McLaughlin, and then the back four was Conor McLaughlin, Bailey Wright, Dion Sanderson, and Callum McFadden. McFadden came in for Hawkins, um, Sanderson came for injured with it, Conor McLaughlin came in for Grant Ledbetter. So the three in midfield was power capable players, and they were playing holding midfield with Luke O'Neill and Josh Gordon either side of him. Um, Luke O'Neill coming in for Jordan Jones. Then it was three like in front. It was Lyndon Goats on the right came in for um, Ian O'Brien. It was Ian McGee on the left with Charlie White up front. Then on the bench, Remy Matthews, Ian O'Brien, Jack Diamond, Grant Ledbetter, Dan Neil, Jordan Jones and Jake Hawkins. There was no Chris Maguire. So let's get started. So in the first with our first corner of the game was scored, McGady whipped a teasing ball in, and then Charlie White headed it, and it was 1-0. And then I thought, that was in the 7th minute, and I thought, now let's go, let's press, and let's continue. And that is exactly what we did. And then a couple of minutes later, we got the second goal. Ian McGady crossed the ball again with a great cross, and again Charlie White headed it in. It was 2-0 after pretty much after 10 minutes, just after, and we were in absolute dreamland. And I'm thinking, get in, we're doing well now. Let's continue, and but we're controlling the ball and controlling possessing everything you want to say. And I thought we could if we played like this all season, I don't know. We would not be set well. We're back in the playoff now, but we wouldn't be outside the playoff. And then in the 31st minute, Charlie White completed his hat trick. It was another Ian McGady assist, and it was another Charlie White header. So, and then we had a couple of chances. Ian McGady had a chance where he was unlucky, where from just inside the box he shot, and it was just past the post, and Lyndon Goats probably should have gone. McGady played Goats through. He was 1-on-1, and the keeper saved that. I think if that was Goats last season, he would have scored. So yeah, and Logan and I got booked right at the end of the first half for a foul. So yeah, so that was half time, and I thought a really good first half from us. Now let's keep it going, if you get what I mean. So yeah, what we didn't do for first, them scored a goal where someone take a shot. I think it was Tyler Richards or whatever his name is. It hits the post, but then bounces off Birds' back and goes into the back of the net. Well, it was unlucky for Birds, and with being complaining about him, but that was nothing that we could be complaining about. So yeah, so then, so then, just a couple of minutes later, we then once again restored our 3-goal lead, and it was another assist by Ian McGady, where he run down the line, crossed it to Charlie White, who scored another header. So yeah, so then it was crazy. Doncaster got their first penalty, I don't know when, in the 57th minute, where someone trips Luke O'Neill up, in my opinion, and Luke O'Neill falls, but he falls, but then pretty much by mistake his hand touches the ball, and the ref gives the penalty. But so I can't remember who took it. It was John Taylor who took it. Birds makes a good save, and I thought, yeah, we did make a couple of changes. We brought Grant Ledbetter on for Conor McLaughlin, Jack Diamond on for Lyndon Goots, and Ian O'Brien on for Luke O'Neill. So yeah, so pretty much then we took McGady off for O'Brien a bit later on. Not McGady off for John Jones, sorry. And then the end is bizarre game, them to get another penalty where we made it look like my fashion gives this away. Where all what happens to me is that my fashion doesn't do anything, and the lad fell over his leg, but Labour's saved it, went straight down the middle. So yeah, that's the end of the game. I won 4-1 in the most bizarre game I've ever seen. We scored 4 goals, one player scored the 4 goals, then one player got the 4 assists. Our goalkeeper scores no goal, but at the same time saves 2 penalties. So yeah, so before I end the video, I'm going to run through how I think the players did. So yeah, Labour's, I thought he did well. Well, obviously he saved 2 penalties were held, and I couldn't be happier for the lad. The one goal was unlucky I mean, but yeah. Conor McLaughlin, I thought he was solid, and he did his job well, didn't put a foot wrong. So, and it was nice to see him after coming back from injury. So yeah, Deion Sanderson, he always impresses me. He was, apart from once where he lost the ball in a stupid area, what we didn't get punished obviously. Apart from that time, he was nice and composed on the ball. And now, I mean, I'm not saying I wanted John Wills out because obviously I didn't. But now I pray to God Deion Sanderson can get a run in the team between now and the end of the season. So yeah, Bailey Wright, solid again, didn't really put a foot on, pretty much same to Sanderson, good on the ball and whatever. So yeah, Callum McFadden, he did give away the second penalty, but and at times he was too narrow, but I never thought I would see this, but McFadden was better than Jake Vaughan. So and like I said, I don't think it was a penalty. So yeah, Max Power, I thought was good in midfield. He gave license to the Onang scoring to push on, if you get what I mean, where Leadbitter would just sit back and pretty much, a bit like in the Leadbitter rule, where he would just sit back in front of the two centre halves and just passed and just made sure they could do anything. So yeah, Onang was full of energy, broke the play really well. Although he gave away the penalty and got a yellow card, I don't think it was his fault. Maybe the yellow card, obviously, but the penalty won. Scoring, I thought he did well. I mean, he was bags of energy, like he always did, broke up the play. And just Goops, I thought, as well, did well. I mean, he should have scored, but he was involved. I think it was in the third goal where he played, I don't know if it was the second or third white goal where he played a beautiful pass to McGeady. He pressed really well and probably he should have scored, and if I was McGeady I would have been pretty annoyed, but yeah, then McGeady was simply unplayable. When he's like this and he plays like that, McGeady is unplayable and is a mile above this level. Forces, and there were so many sins that McGeady did, the left back couldn't handle him. So yeah, and White, 4 goals, 4-headed goals. The first Sunderland player, I think someone says, Kevin Phillips, has got 4 goals in the game. So yeah, in the bench, Leadbitter came on and did well, and then pretty much O'Brien, Dan and Jones didn't really have any time to do anything. So yeah, so it was a good win. Today we're back in the playoff places with 19 games to go. What I think someone said there's 50 odd points to play for, but it's still a lot. Teams will lose games, and you never know if we can stay consistent. I know we're 5 points off second. I think you never know. But yeah, obviously we got the Papa John's Trophy semi-finals coming up on Wednesday night against Lincoln City, where I'll do my predict the 11 on Tuesday. If I'm honest, I think it'll be pretty similar to the team that played today. I think maybe the only difference, but I'm not sure yet, will probably be younger in for the Cup Tide Sanderson, but apart from that, probably everything will be the same. So yeah, so if you did watch the game, what was your thoughts on it? It was a crazy game. To be fair, Doncaster did have their patches and just, I wouldn't say flat because I always thought we were in control and I always thought we were the better team. But yeah, so that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, view, comment, and say yeah.